Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. And one of the things we'll need to know to do our lab today and throughout the whole school year pretty much is how to use a balance to weigh out chemical solids. So this is called a balance because it balances out, and that's how we measure the mass, or you can think of it as the weight of something. Today we're going to be weighing out 8 grams of aluminum potassium sulfate, commonly called alum. The steps are also posted over here on your display board, how to weigh chemical solids with a balance. So if you can't remember this little instructional video, you can always refer to that. So let's go through the steps. First off, this is a weigh boat. It's a plastic container that just keeps the chemical substance from touching and maybe damaging the balance. Okay? So we set that off, and the first step is to balance the balance. Now, when you balance the balance, you make sure the large rider and the small rider are both set right at 0. And when they're set at 0, the little pointer thing should line up right exactly with the line in the middle, which it doesn't quite. It's a little bit to the left. So we go down here, and this is the adjustment knob. So all you have to do is turn the adjustment knob one way or the other. Let me try clockwise, and that throws a little bit of weight that way so that it should start to throw the balance that way. So let's just throw a little more weight, and sometimes this takes a while, and we're just about there. So let's see now. It looks like we've got the balance pretty well balanced. Okay, so that's the first step. Then you put your weigh boat over there on the left-hand pan. You always measure things on the left-hand pan. And what we need to do now is determine the mass of the weigh boat, because it has a mass. So let's use the small rider. And usually the weigh boats have a mass of somewhere around 2.2, 2.3. And it looks like this one's probably about 2.3. So there's 2, and then each of the little lines between the 2 and the 3 are a tenth, so it's 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 grams. All right. Now, that's the information we need to know. So, to measure out 8 grams of this, we simply will take and add 8 to 2.2, or rather 2.3. So 2.3 plus 8 grams of that would be 10.3. So all we do now is set our balance at a total mass of 10.3. There's 10 and 0.3, which would be 3/10. So that simply means that when you have 8 grams of this in there, plus the 2.3 grams of that, the total mass of the chemical solid and the weigh boat will be 10.3. So that again is all spelled out for you on the instructions. That's kind of the hard part of this whole thing. So now you simply take your chemical solid and you take your micro spatula, that's this little spoony-like thing, and you begin putting the chemical solid in your weigh boat until the balance balances out. Try not to spill it, because then we have to clean it up. Okay, we're getting close now. So now just put a little bit in there. And let's see how that looks. Maybe take a little bit out. So it looks like we've got now a total mass of 10.3 grams over here. And what that tells us then is, since the weigh boat weighs 2.3, that the other 8 grams would be that stuff we just put in. So that's how you figure out how to measure accurately the mass of a chemical solid using a weigh boat. Okay? That's that.